What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with another video concerning college football for this upcoming season. Been moving back into some more college football videos. I'll be coming out with my official preseason top 25 here before the end of the week, maybe at the start of next week, as college football season is rapidly approaching, only 11 days away. So today I want to do my top 10 college football running backs heading into the season. So I've done top 10 quarterbacks already. That list really didn't change much, or really wouldn't have changed much up to this point. And really the only other position that I think is significant enough to talk about it, like in an individual video, is running backs. So let's go ahead and start at number 10. Oh, the entire list will be in the description below, as always. Number 10, starting with the New Mexico State running back, Larry Rose III. So I wouldn't say an unheard of name because, honestly, for a group of 5 running back, he's become a pretty big name. Let me slide up real quick here. But, you know, he's a guy that I don't think has gotten enough credit. 1,657 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 6.9 yards per carry last year. Put up some of the most massive stats in college football. Not to mention another 30 receptions for 283 yards and 2 touchdowns receiving last year. Anyway, number 9, we got the Tennessee running back, Jalen Hurd. So Hurd might be one of the most athletic just freaks in nature on this. He's just such a physically gifted running back. He's 6'4", he just runs over people, and he's got some breakaway speed. But anyway, last year he had 1,285 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 4.6, I believe 4.6, it was either 4.6 or 4.8 yards per carry. Had some carries taken away from him by Alvin Kamara. Out of all the guys on this list, he might have one of the best backup running backs, or one of the best stable running backs, either way you want to look at it. 2 different running backs, though. Anyway, number 8, got the Clemson running back, Wayne Gallman. Was a key part in Clemson's run to the national championship last year. Had 1,514 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 5.4 yards per carry. Really had just a big breakout season last year for Clemson. Number 7, got the San Diego State running back, Donnel Pumphrey. So Pumphrey had a big 2014 as well. Actually, his stats went down a little bit in 2015. He had 1,653 yards and then 17 touchdowns and exactly 6 yards per carry. So at number 5, number 6, I got the OU running back, Samaje Perine. So again, OU has a very, very, very good 1-2 punch between Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon. So Perine last year had 1,349 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 6 yards per carry. I'm sorry, Donnel Pumphrey had 5.3. Was looking at Perine's yards per carry. Again, very similar to Jalen Hurd. Joe Mixon took a lot of those touchdowns that would have been Perine's away from him, and also got quite a few of the carries. So at number 5, we got Nick Chubb. So again, if I'm going to be honest, I'd say the 3 running backs that had the best 1-2 combinations on their team are Nick Chubb with Georgia, Samaje Perine with OU, and then Jalen Hurd with Tennessee. Nick Chubb went down with a pretty horrific knee injury last year. Looks like all indications are he's back and ready to go this year. Still will be splitting some of the carries with Sonny Michelle this year. Michelle, a very talented running back, to put up a pretty big season stat-wise last year also. Nick Chubb, 747 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 8.1 yards per carry, an astounding number before he went down against Tennessee. Again, was, in my opinion, well on his way to a Heisman campaign if he did not get injured. So at number 4, we got the Oregon running back, Royce Freeman. So I think one of the more underlooked running backs in all of college football, might just be because he plays on the West Coast. Doesn't get on TV as much as he would at, say, Michigan or Ohio State or something like that. I'm not saying Oregon's a small football program by any means, but that might be why. 1,838 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 6.5 yards per carry last year. He will be relied upon again in 2016 to lead that offense. So at number 3, really starting to move up into the big boys here, and going with Dalvin Cook. Man, it's hard to separate the top 3. It really is. Each has their own, or each is great in their own right. Hard to match Dalvin Cook's yards per carry, but 1,691 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 7.4 yards per carry. Again, just an explosive running back out of Florida State, should once again be able to lead that offense. And now with Sean Maguire out for what will be at least the Ole Miss game, I'm assuming either DeAndre Francois or Malik Henry will be starting that game, probably Francois. But either way, is going to be important to Florida State's run in 2016. And number 2, probably the most versatile player in the nation, that's Christian McCaffrey. Again, McCaffrey to me is second best straight up running back, but last year put up 2,019 yards. I believe the only 2,000-yard rusher last year, 8 touchdowns and 6 yards per carry. Again, touchdowns not really up that high, but when you include the fact that he just broke the record for all-purpose yards in a single season, big accomplishment there, deserving of a top 2 running back. And then at number 1, we got the LSU running back, just again, probably the most athletic player in the country and maybe the most dominant player in the country as well, and that's Leonard Fournette. 1,953 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 6.5 yards per carry. Until Alabama figured out to stack the box and make LSU throw, Leonard Fournette was well on his way to winning the Heisman last year. It was actually kind of a shock he wasn't in the top 3. But again, it's hard to argue with that top 3 of Derrick Henry, Deshaun Watson, and Christian McCaffrey all had such great individual seasons. A few other names I wanted to mention for this that just missed the list. Jeremy McNichols, very underrated running back for Boise State. Bo Scarborough, I'm not ready to put him on the list yet. Might be definitely one of the top 10 most athletic running backs, and definitely could be a breakout running back this year, but hasn't proved enough to me yet. Corey Clement, running back at Wisconsin, and then also Mike Warren out of Iowa State and Elijah Hurd out of UNC. Like I said, pretty deep year of running backs this year. Definitely could be the year of the running back. It's a little bit more stacked in the quarterback position this year, especially with the top 5. I mean, even the top 6, arguably, just some of the best set of running backs I've seen in the last 10 years even. So that'll pretty much do it for this video. Like I said, really going to start moving back into getting ready for the 2016 college football season. My week 1 predictions are not that far away, and neither is my official preseason top 25. But anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.